It's the new year. It's crazy how fast 2022 went by, and it just shows how fast time in general goes by and how short of a time that we're here for. Sorry. I'm just in a weird mood. Very emotional. And maybe I guess the right word is enlightened. I feel very enlightened. Anyway, the whole point of this, a lot of the time, as I say, these videos are kind of video journals for myself. I don't journal on paper. I would like to. That's actually one of the goals for me this year. But, I just got done writing down some goals that I have for this year. I used to get so caught up in achieving goals and being successful and just throwing everything else to the side, not caring about anything else but what I was doing and what I was accomplishing. And I realized how self-absorbed and self-centered and, in a way, self-sabotaging that was. And I just realized this maybe 5 or 6 days ago. I realized that I would literally not care about anything else but my craft. All I cared about, all I thought about was creating videos and, being a cinematographer. And it's interesting because we set these goals for ourselves and we feel like maybe we'll be complete, or part of us we can add to ourselves when we reach these certain goals that we set out. And I kind of realized that that's just not the case. One of the biggest things I realized this year, it was honestly monumental to my life, when I worked with, at the time, my hero, Mike Corey, from YouTube, a guy that I watched for 3 years, who inspired me to change the way I looked at the world, the way I viewed my own life. And working with him, I kind of realized that none of it was what I thought. None of it didn't really make sense. Like, I thought that if I could achieve and get to where he was, then my life would be complete. And after I realized that wasn't the case, I felt lost. Like, I didn't know what to do. And I got into this, I feel like I plateaued for maybe the last 6 months. And I worried so much about trying to be enough for myself and reaching this expectation that I was setting out for myself and from other people, that I started to fall out of love with life a little bit. And not in the way that like I was depressed, but in the sense that like nothing else really interested me besides videos and creating and cinematography and camera stuff. And I realized how small and narrow that life would be, like not enjoying anything else at all. And I just kind of, within the last week, just had this like really emotional revelation that like I've kind of just not been the best person, maybe, to my friends and to my girlfriend and to my family. I just realized that I was just so self-absorbed and only caring about myself. And some people would think, well, that's not necessarily a bad thing. And it's so hard to balance it, because if you're not focused on your goals and you're not focused on yourself, then you kind of just coast through, and maybe you're in a place, you right now maybe in a place that you're not happy with in life. And it's hard for me to try to balance these things where, you know, am I focusing on myself too much? Am I putting enough work towards, you know, what I want to do? And I put so much pressure on myself that I get angry when I don't do enough. And my friend Devin would tell me, like, man, just slow down. Like, just slow down and, you know, breathe a bit. And I couldn't do it. I didn't understood what he meant. It's like, no, I have to get to this place. I have to do these things. You know, this is what I expect from myself. And finally, for the first time, I've been able to just slow down and just look around and really appreciate everything that I have. And just, like, this may sound silly, but just the simple thing of, like, making a meal for myself and consuming it and, like, being able to look out the window is an amazing thing. And it's something that we just overlook and don't care about. We're so worried about so much other shit in the world, and, like, you know, we're constantly scrolling on social media and comparing ourselves to other people, and we don't get any time for our minds to be silent and for us to look inward at who we really are and what we really want out of life. We're always, you know, this is what you need to do, this is what's expected of you, you know, other people's judgment and all of this stuff. And I feel that we all need to, like, really just take time to step away, just step away from it all, and really maybe not analyze, but look inward and see, like, what do I really want out of life and what really makes me happy. Because it will pass you by, as I said at the very beginning of this. Like, time goes by so fast, and if we literally don't, you know, appreciate what we have and take the time to enjoy it, it's gonna just go right on by. You know, I have a lot of goals for this year, but I need to make sure that I slow down and take the time to enjoy life, but also work hard at the same time. And I know I can do it. And I hope that, just if you have watched this far, I hope that this helps you, because I know that there are a lot of people that are listening right now that aren't happy with what they're doing in life. And I've been there. I know what it's like. It sucks. It's horrible. And you don't know how you're going to get out of it a lot of the time. It's so daunting. And you tell other people your goals, and they think it's silly what you want to do, or they immediately tell you that it's just not going to work. And that's so discouraging. Like, what kind of a friend is that? Obviously not a friend at all. And that's another thing, is, like, I've been so self-absorbed that I've been shut off to real love, like other people, you know, really just listening to me blab about me all the time. And that's another thing I want to really work on, is just being a better listener. And obviously right now I'm just blabbing because there's no one to listen to, but it's something that I really want to work on, and I really want to be open to, you know, this love, that these acts of love that people have given me that I just wasn't open to at the time. You know, I just wasn't open to it. I was too wrapped up in what I was doing, and just my heart wasn't open to the love that people were giving me at the time, and I was just really selfish. So yeah, that's pretty much it. You know, anymore, I don't really like to try to make cool, fancy videos. I really want my work to help other people, and really my goal for 2023 is to release these 2 films that I've been working on, and help these 2 stories that the people in the stories just, you know, amplify their voice and tell their story, and just, you know, give them a platform to tell their story and other people to care about it in hopes that it helps other people going through the same situations. But yeah, thank you so much for listening to me talk for almost 12 minutes. Wow. But I really hope that you accomplish a lot this year, and just make sure that you stay true to yourself and do what you're doing for the right reasons. And that's all. Thank you. Bye-bye.